Alright, first I'm going to show you how you can EQ your clean channel. On the Valveking, you got this bright switch on the clean channel right here at the bottom. I normally keep mine engaged because I play it in lower tuning with thicker gauge strings, so the bright switch kind of helps out with the help out my playing. Sounds really cool. And then you just kind of whatever you feel like, whatever you like, you go with whatever you like. Yeah. So I kind of like keep mine a little bit more. So I'll have it set like that, and then just try out some different tones. And I'll just keep messing with it till I find something that I like. Really, that's all it's about. I guess I'll just go with that. Right. So that's my clean on there. I just got the treble on about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 on the middle, and again 6 on the bass. Just keep it really simple. And then on to the lead channel, which is the meat and potatoes everybody's waiting on. You just kind of keep it kind of set in your mind of what you're looking for. What I end up seeing what everybody else is doing is you get this amp and you cut the gain all the way up, and then you do a couple things to it, and then you think that because it can't do it what you thought it was going to do, that it's just not a good amp and it can't handle this and it can't handle that. And really you're going about it the wrong way, and mostly because people go the affordable route, which are these line 6 guitars, and line 6 guitar amps, and where you got all these different presets, and then you can just hit a button, everything's already made, and you just start ripping off. Whereas on here you gotta make it. You have to create your tone yourself, and it's a whole lot harder than people thinking that it just can't handle this because it didn't do what you thought it was going to do right off the bat. So what I end up finding is, because when you got to think about the kind of guitar that you're playing on, you got to think about everything. The pickups that you have, the pedals that you have, the kind of speakers that you have. You have to put all that stuff into consideration when you're EQing your lead channel. And since I just got this the Mesa 412 that you can see in the background, now the possibilities are have become expanded, because those are really good speakers in that cab. And since I have active pickups, obviously they're more compressed with a bit less mids in it, and so you have to think about stuff like that when you're EQing. So I'm going to show you guys how I do it. Really, honestly, I just chug until I can get a decent gritty sound. that's what I got right now. That's just what, you know, just the amp by itself basically. Treble on 7. I got my mids on 6. My bass on 5. And that's what I got on. Got my gain. I keep my gain on 5. I don't crank my gain at all. Actually, I kind of keep it pretty low. You'll find out in just a minute why. After you do that, it's on to your presence, resonance knobs. I'm not exactly sure because I keep forgetting which is which, but I'm pretty sure the presence is low end and your resonance is your high end. It's one or the other. Actually, no, presence is your high end, resonance is your low end. And so really you mess with that, but you got to EQ the amp first, then do this. Okay, so I got my presence on 7, so I keep my resonance on 4. Now, you know, in person it's still not gonna sound how you want it to. But when when you play it with a band, when you play with it's I promise it's gonna sound perfect. Your tone is gonna sound absolutely perfect. It's just, you know, when you listen to an album, there are a whole lot of other things going on than what you actually hear. If you took away the bass, took away the guitars, what you would hear is that. That's what you would hear. And then all the extra stuff, you know, they have, you know, post EQing that they do to tracks and stuff. You know, it's not gonna sound like what you hear on a record right off the bat. You know, it's gonna sound kind of dead. But I mean, it's supposed to sound like that. You know, an actual guitar in real life is not gonna sound like what you hear on an actual record. But what you do is you kind of just pimp it out a little bit, you know, and then it'll sound the way that you want it to. So after dealing with that, you kind of use the tube screamer or any overdrive pedal you may have to kind of boost whatever you got going on. And if you look on there, you see how I have my settings on it. I keep my drive down to 0, level all the way up, and my tone in the middle. After you engage it, it'll help you out with your tone, give you a bit more extra grit, and then you'll get that heavy low end that you love, you know, when you play on you know, when you're playing in low tunings and stuff like I do. Let me show you. go. That is how you get the brutal, heavy, 7-string goodness. I mean, just nut all over the place tone on your Peavey Valveking. I will miss you. But 6534 plus next week. It's going to be amazing. SEIJITV.